everybody. Thanks so much for joining me today. You're watching another fun episode of Castle Rock Talk. I'm your host, Sean Hakes. In a little bit, I'll be joined by my good friend Sanjay Singh, who will be piped in live all the way from across the globe in New Delhi, India. Sanjay has an interesting story as his journey continues to come to America, and specifically Castle Rock, which we'll talk about. Last night was a celebration of life procession for Steve Evans. It was amazing to see the outcry of support for this amazing person. Many of the news outlets covered the event. CRCO live streamed the event across multiple pages, groups, and platforms to thousands of people who are watching live to offer their support for Steve and his daughter, Ellie. Let's take a look at a clip from last night's news report.
And tonight, the Castle Rock community came together to honor one of their own. Steve Evans was a businessman, a philanthropist, and most importantly, a loving father.
And he died last week from complications of COVID-19. Denver 7's Gary Brode spoke with his daughter and shows us this special send-off for a man who meant so much to so many.
We're going to do a moment of celebration.
A proper goodbye.
I want everybody to lay on their horns.
To a man who seemed to only want to give.
He's my everything. Sorry. My dad was my world.
Steve Evans and his daughter Ellie made Castle Rock home 15 years ago.
He puts everybody else ahead of himself. You know, I think that's one of the most remarkable things about Steve.
Evans owned a local tap house in town.
That was the place I got to spend a lot of time with my dad.
And became a fixture in the community.
He was the kindest person I knew, and not because he was my dad, but just because he was genuinely kind.
In late March, Evans was taken to the hospital with shortness of breath. Later that day, he called his daughter.
This is the last time I ever talked to him, and I think the hardest part was hearing how scared he was, but him trying not to show it for my sake.
Evans, a former kidney transplant recipient, was forced to spend his 52nd birthday in the hospital. After 11 days of fighting, Evans died of COVID-19 complications.
Another nurse called me and told me that he was gone.
Ellie Evans tells her father's story so we remember the man and not the virus.
He's not just a number that's a part of the death toll or a statistic.
As the cars drive through town,
people are being so generous. It's amazing.
We love you, Ellie! We love you!
Some stopping to help Ellie as they give Steve Evans their final farewell, where many first met him.
I think it shows how many people that my dad touched and how important that is, and it means a lot how many people love my dad.
So far, the community has raised more than $18,000 to help Ellie pay for funeral costs and other expenses. Reporting here in Castle Rock, Gary Brode, Denver 7.
Wow. Castle Rock is a special place. It has something that no other community has. Since the 1800s, when Castle Rock was found, it's been a town that's been known for having each other's back, and there's a lot of kind of historical things with that we'll get into at some point in another episode. But Castle Rock is known for being a place that watches out for each other. I have Brad on the line with me. Let me pull him in here. Brad, are you with me?
I'm with you. Hey, Sean, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, thanks for joining me. So Brad is with Dads of Castle Rock and was the one that had the idea to do this celebration of life procession. I was blown away. It was really hard to keep my composure there, and it was just, I don't know, it was amazing. It seemed like the entire city was there driving by Astro Tap House yesterday.
Yeah, it was absolutely remarkable. I got there about 5:30 over Douglas County Fairgrounds. Channel 7 News roped me into going on camera, which, I usually let Cody in our group do that as our communications director. But, yeah, it's people started coming in. I mean, literally shortly after 5:30, by about 6, the floodgates opened. The parking lot we had slated to bring everybody in was full by 6:15. We had to start pushing people in the overflow lot. So the response from this town is just absolutely blown away. But to your point, when we got over AstroTap, I got out and pulled over and got in the back of my truck to watch people coming in, and everything I could do to fight back the tears. Man, this town is awesome. So with that, I just kind of want to go through and just kind of toss out a couple of shout outs and thanks. Obviously, first and foremost is this town, just unreal. Just so happy to be, part of this town, to have roots here. Obviously you, Sean, with CRCO, you live streaming it, bringing it to a lot of people. But, the Dads of Castle Rock, we have reach, but, our page is private. So we have close to 1,300 members. So, we got little reach. We have a community outreach page that we're trying to grow. Love to have as many people on that as possible. The Dads of Castle Rock Community Outreach, or DOCR Community Outreach. Look for it, like it, follow us there. Lindsay, who was there singing, Lindsay made a comment that Steve was like a dad to him. And Lindsay worked for him. He sang there, to have him there singing the whole time. The way you had that set up that you could actually hear him singing on the live stream was pretty awesome. Obviously, Ellie for coming out, taking her time. Obviously, she's got a lot on her plate. So she rode in the lead vehicle with Robert Ziering, and so she was able to get there. She was pretty quiet during most of the ride, but when she got there and she got out and she watched that just incredible outpouring, cascading through the parking lot there at Astro, I'm tearing up again, but it was awesome. I mean, it really hit her hard there. Obviously, all my fellow DOCRs, awesome job. My other board members and executive team, they killed it. So Slim Chickens, Brandon loaned me his wife Amanda, who's their good friend of ours. So Amanda, my wife Tracy, stood out there in the street and risked her lives by taking donations. But yeah, so last night alone we hit just shy of $1,000 in donations that were either dropped into that can or handed us over at Astro Tap, which is just unreal to do in one night. We've done a couple fundraisers before and we've never seen a type of response like this. The other shout out is for the Metals Car Wash. Chris, the owner, was Steve's neighbor, and he felt compelled to jump on board as well. So all the car washes that transpired yesterday, proceeds is going to Ellie. He raised $3,909 just in that one-day event for car washes. Again, amazing. So right now our grand total is sitting right around $30,000 that we've raised so far for Ellie. And for the times that we're in right now, the economic impact that our town has taken, obviously the nation, the world has taken, but to see this town pour out and support one of our own is absolutely unreal. I mean, just absolutely unreal. So it's a pretty good town to be part of.
Yeah, it's amazing to see how many people, how many different groups, how many different pages, how many different individuals, have rallied to support Steve and Ellie. And I was speechless. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Yeah. It was incredible. I've never seen anything like it, and it just kind of shows you the people that are in this community.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I mean, the flyers that we put out, the original flyer when Steve was still with us, was blanketed my Facebook page. I mean, I saw that flyer everywhere, and then we, put out that flyer for the procession. Same thing, every page, the talk, the positive talk, the brewery, the talk, CRCO, every local page that we have here in town was pushing this for us, and it showed. I mean, again, a couple hundred cars easily that we had, unreal, just completely crazy. And to get over to Astro, just have those cars, two lines going opposite direction in a circle, just spinning around there. Man, it was cool. It was very cool.
Yeah, we're going to post some videos and pictures a little bit later on this same feed right here of it. But yeah, I was over at Astro filming, and I, of course, had you guys and other people over there sending me pictures and videos, and it was packed. It was unbelievable. Yeah. So.
Yeah, very cool. So again, thank you. My last little thing is, our next event for the Dads of Castle Rock, we're not going to ask for money. You guys, we try our hardest not to ask for money with the thing we do, but our hospital staff, our nurses, our doctors need some support. So kind of similar to what we did last night, we're going to do something over by the hospital. So just stay tuned, keep an eye out for it. We're still working out some details, but just a way to, this town likes to get loud. So let's go do it in front. Yeah, let's go do it in front of the hospital. Again, watch for some details. We're working on something right now, but we're going to go, besides howling, we're going to go over park in front of the hospital and show some support. So we'll
cool.
work out details, start pushing out to all of our pages.
Well, I appreciate you taking time, Brad. I know you're probably one of the, I tell you this all the time, but dedicated people. I mean, you're always putting other people first. So it's really cool. We appreciate you and the entire gang at Dads at Castle Rock and the community as a whole. This is really cool.
Thanks, Sean. Yeah, I appreciate it, bud.
All right, brother. Well, appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. I'll catch up with you, I'm sure, soon.
All right, man. Sounds
Thanks.
good. All right, later.
All right, so next we're going to go to a quick word from one of our local Business Alliance members, and then we will be right back with Sanjay.
Hey guys, this is Dave Sauner with Saunas Contracting. We're a local roofing and gutter installation company located right here in Castle Rock, and we are also servicing the Front Range from Fort Collins all the way down to Colorado Springs. We just wanted to reach out and connect with you guys and let you know that we're running a bunch of seasonal promotions this year. You can find out some more information about that on our webpage at www.saunascontracting.com. We also offer a promotion for members of the DOCR. If you don't know what that is and you're a dad and you live in Castle Rock, go check out the Dads at Castle Rock page on Facebook. It's an amazing community of guys to be connected with. Also, if you guys were hit with the hailstorm that came through here, or the series of hailstorms that came through here last summer, and you haven't had anybody to look at your roof yet, please give me a call. My number is 303-847-1708. I'd love to come out and take a look at your roof for you. Once again, our webpage is www.saunascontracting.com, and our phone number is 303-847-1708.
All right, we are back, and I'm excited to introduce you to a good friend of mine, Sanjay Singh. He is piping in all the way from across the world, no joke. You guys are, 11 and a half hours away from us, Sanjay? Good. Yeah, I'm super excited that you're joining. It's been far too long. I met Sanjay originally. I guess we were putting the numbers together, but it's been about 7 years now, right? All right. Sorry, it looks like you were muted for a second. Unmuted. So what I was saying is I met Sanjay about 7 years ago. He's coming in live all the way from New Delhi, India. Sanjay and I have been doing some web work together for quite a while. He's been helping me out with different projects. He's also helping out our good buddy Spencer over at Mountain Man with the new CRCO Shop Local store. And we've been trying to get Sanjay to come to Castle Rock for a long time. Tell us about the process that you've had to go through just to get the ability to travel over here.
Yeah, me and Sean are, friends for last 7 years, and we have built so many websites, many Shopify websites, and, a lot of business websites, small, big websites together. And I was just looking forward to meet him from last, 2-3 years. And, so now I got time to meet him, and, I got a visa. And when I, booked my tickets, and I was flying to Denver on 24th of this March, but suddenly, because of this COVID, all the flights are cancelled from, India to US, and all the international flights are cancelled. So that's why, my big, dream to come to US and meet Sean and friends got, delayed. So I hope the things get better, and this COVID-19 go back to China. So I'm just looking forward to meet him again.
Yeah. No, I think we're super excited for you to get. We got a room ready for you. I think we are ready March 24th. It was kind of a bummer, and all this news broke of the COVID and the spreading. Tell us a little bit about how's the COVID-19 in India. What's your guys' situation? Are you on a stay-at-home order? What's that like there?
Yeah, most of the people might be knowing that India is the second largest population in the world. First one is China, and second is India. So the government has banned us, to go outside, and there's a complete lockdown in India, and we are not allowed to, go on streets. Police is around everywhere, and if they, find us going here and there without any reason, they just file a complaint against us, FIR, and so this is a big problem for us. So we are also cooperating with the government, and the securities to prevent this virus to come inside, because the chain is going to be it is going along, and they want to break the chain. So the government is strict that way. So we hope that the lockdown will complete in 1 month, but let's see.
Yeah, so like here we can go out and buy essential services. So whether it's grocery shopping or getting gas or getting your car worked on or your bike worked on. So it seems like it's pretty flexible compared. What's the stay-at-home order there? I mean, do you have to stay in your house? You can't leave at all?
Yeah, in some areas where there are COVID-19 patients, so they are completely banned, and government is providing them food and everything. But the areas where there is no patients, so those people are allowed to go outside and buy the food and stuff. So this is like only 1 hour we can go outside, like in morning 8 to 9 and evening also 7 to 9 and 7 to 8.
Oh, so they
So
give you designated times then when you can go out?
yeah,
Okay. Wow.
yeah,
Yeah, I think here, we're looking at hopefully the late April is when things will hopefully, crossing my fingers, start
yeah,
happening where people can, start maybe going to restaurants again on a limited basis. The governor of Colorado said that, if things progress and get better, that they might slowly open restaurants and things like that again, with limited capacity and whatnot. So hopefully things are turning for the better, because once that all starts going the right direction, then you can come to Castle Rock. And I know you've been a member of Castle Rock Talk for a long time. So I feel like you're already part of the community, even though you haven't been here yet. So it'll
yeah,
be just like hanging out
yeah.
with an old friend, which is cool. So one of the things we talked about is give us a little bit about your background in technology. I know you're looking at schools and things like that out here for continued education. What's your background now? Kind of what's your specialties? What do you like to do?
Sure. So I've done my bachelor's in technologies from the India itself, and it's been like 10 years I'm working as a WordPress developer. So I met Sean in 2013. So we are working since 7 years, and I also work for other clients also apart from Sean. But Sean is my uh, a good friend, and always we work together.
Yeah, awesome.
So
So
he's
WordPress.
yeah,
So whether it's building a site from scratch or updating a
yeah, we
website
can.
or whichever, is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, we can convert the website from HTML to WordPress, and we can do SEO also, search engine optimization of the websites, and we can do a lot of stuff like SCM,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and making the Shopify websites for making them online stores, mm, and uh, and customizing the websites if clients want something different, something unique. So this is a very great platform to make them in WordPress, because this is a very it's a very less time taking process to convert the websites from HTML to WordPress.
Yeah, so you can get up online and going for not a lot of money because it's
Yeah,
it's templated. It's a lot easier to work with and whatnot, right?
yeah,
So we want to keep Sanjay busy because he, coming from India to the United States. Lost him. Maybe he'll pop back in. Oh, there he is. All right, you're back. Coming from India to the United States, there's obviously a huge difference from the money side of things. But then one of the
yeah,
things we are looking forward to is when Sanjay gets here. Hopefully, we can at altitude have him working on the team and doing stuff, because he's been working contract for so many years. But it'd be nice to see you here and in the office. So hopefully, cross your fingers that this COVID stuff goes away pretty quick.
yeah.
So when you come to the United States, what are you looking forward to most? Are you looking forward to just meeting new people, seeing the landscape? What's something that you kind of dream about when you do get here of doing?
Yeah, I see my new life in US. So because I'm working from last so many years, from India, and we are working like virtually. So I want to see the office. This will be a very big thing for me because from last so many years I'm working from home, and it will be a different experience to come, live in office and work together. So this is a good thing, good experience for me. And apart from that, I want to, explore the places as I love. I have seen Sean going here and there, and beautiful pics, beautiful landscapes. So I want to explore, as I have heard about Denver, it's so beautiful. I'll explore Denver and, of course, Wyoming and the rest of the places around, like Dallas. So
Yeah, yeah.
looking forward for everything, friendship, work, and, exploring that, things, exploring, traveling and everything fun.
Yeah, definitely. Well, when you get here, I can take you flying too, so we can go, all over the place. My family lives in Wyoming. Wyoming's beautiful. There's not very many people there, which is nice. But the natural landscapes, like especially up at Jackson Hole near the Grand Tetons and things like that, in Yellowstone, are stunning. And I'm sure there's in India too. There's places that are beautiful there. I'd love
Yeah.
to go visit India at some point as well. So we can trade off. You come here, I'll give you a tour of everything in America, and then vice versa. When I come to India, you can give me a tour.
Thanks, John. Thanks. Really.
Yeah, anytime. Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it. Well, appreciate you joining me. I know this is the first time in 7 years Sanjay and I got to actually meet face to face too, outside of
Yeah.
just email and just standard Skyping and stuff. So it's been pretty cool. So appreciate it, Sanjay. I will be reaching out to you soon, I'm sure, and then we're gonna go ahead and leave your email. I think I actually have it in the description of the post throughout the different Facebook groups and YouTube and Facebook pages. If someone wants to get a hold of Sanjay, his email address is there. What's your Skype address as well?
My Skype address is sanjaysingh.evon, EVON.
Okay, so sanjaysingh.evon. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you need any assistance with web work, while we journey to get Sanjay to Castle Rock, reach out to him. He definitely will do a good job for you guys. So, all right, brother. Well, I appreciate you joining us. I'm going to let you go, and then we're going to close out
Thanks.
here with Cooking with Coast to Coast. Sanjay, talk to you soon. Look forward to seeing you in person as well.
Thanks, John. Thanks.
Yeah, go get
Really,
some.
I'm looking forward to meet you.
As well, yeah, and go get some sleep. It's really late there, right? What time is it where you're at?
Yeah, it's 11 p.m.
Well, I appreciate you staying up late with us and taking some time out of your day. Go get some sleep so you're refreshed later in the morning, and hopefully you have a bunch of emails from people looking to get some help from you during these times.
Thanks, John.
All right, take care. Thanks.
Bye. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. Again, you are watching Castle Rock Talk. I'm your host, Sean Hakes. We are going to go to Brandon with Coast to Coast Cooking. Until next time.
On her way, stopped at Thunderhead Brewing in Kearney, Nebraska, and picked me up this awesome growler of Brothers Cup Grand Cru. It's a Belgian-style white ale, and I'm pretty sure it's going to go fantastic with Nebraska's chicken fried steak. After spending 15 years in the restaurant industry, there's one moment that jumps out to me every time I eat chicken fried steak. The chef had just put up an order of chicken fried steak Benedict, which the whole service staff gathered around, and a debate sparked up amongst the staff whether chicken fried steak was in fact chicken or steak. Well, we're going to solve any potential debate that's remaining today as I show you how to make chicken fried steak. We're actually going to start out by tenderizing a piece of bottom round steak. You can buy this pre-tenderized in the store. You'll see it sold as cube steak. So using our mallet, we're going to want to pound out these steaks pretty thin, and hence the chicken fried steak. We want to run this through a similar process that you would to fried chicken. So we're going to get some flour out, and we're going to want to season this up with a little bit of salt, fresh cracked pepper, thyme, and smoked paprika. And Now grab your steak and coat it in that flour. Dip it in the egg, allow the excess egg to drip off, and now put it back in the seasoned flour to give it one more good coat. This is when you want to take your steaks and put them on a wire rack and set those aside for about 15 minutes while we get a pan out and melt down some bacon fat. And as your steaks finish up, pop them on a wire rack and place them in the 200-degree oven to keep warm while we finish cooking the rest. And now for the gravy. Using that same pan, just add a little more olive oil to this and add 3 tablespoons of flour. Now pour in a half a cup of that Belgian golden ale and a cup and a half of chicken stock and start whisking that together. If you don't want to cook with beer, that's totally fine. Just use 2 cups of chicken stock. Pour in a half a cup of milk and let simmer for a couple minutes until the sauce is thickened to a point where it coats the back of the spoon. This is the point where you want to give it a taste. Try it, see what you think. You might need a little salt or some fresh cracked pepper just to elevate it a little bit. All right, Nebraska, I got a pint of the Grand Cru Belgian Golden Ale from Thunderhead Brewing in Kearney, Nebraska. And I got a fantastic plate of chicken fried steak. Let's dive in. This chicken fried steak is fantastic. The steak on the inside is so tender, it just literally melts in your mouth. The breading on the outside is nice and crunchy. If you let that gravy sit on too long, it will kind of soften that breading. All right, you guys, well, that is it. That wraps up this week's episode. If you feel that I represented Nebraska well, give me a like, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, man.